Okay. One second. All right, welcome to the show. I'm your host, King Davey, or Davey Newton, and this is a series that I've been running for, when I plan on running for a while, saying reasons why you fail at getting women. I'm here to give advice to men and give advice to women who are also date women, as well as have a discussion with fellow men and women about the topic itself. So feel free to request and join up. Of course, if you have any questions, no problem. If you just want to talk and discuss, have some ideas you would like to share about reasons why some people fail at getting women, now is the time as well to do that. First of all, before we get the show started, though, just want to shout out to all the viewers watching from YouTube. Yes, this live is being dual streamed on TikTok and on YouTube. So all the viewers on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? It's popping. All my people in my TikTok community, appreciate y'all for being in here as well. Hey, what's up, Nikki? What's up? Oh, what's up, Star? I see you right here. This is one of those things where, I guess I would love to have some people who had some questions or who wanted to add to the conversation first, because as far as like the advice that I give on here, it's a very convoluted topic, right? So like we talk about the reasons why you fail at getting women. There could be so many reasons. And I say this all the time, that if more men understood how much like the little things that they do could throw women off completely, they'd get that. One word that I keep hearing being thrown around is confidence. That men lack confidence when it comes to doing that, and I agree. I think confidence is important. I think sometimes when a man sees what they would consider a highly attractive woman, they just start to think that, like, they overthink it in a sense. Listen, man, like, that woman, she's a regular person. You know what I mean? Like, she's beautiful. Yeah, I know that in your mind you might be thinking like, oh my God, like she's like a supermodel or whatever. But she's a regular person, man. She's a regular person. And I guarantee she likes guys who treat her like a regular person way more than she likes the guys who put her on such a high pedestal. So you gotta just have confidence, man. Like, you gotta have confidence. That's what's most important. This is my opinion. That's what I would think. If y'all have any questions, just please drop them in the comment section, and I'll take a look at them. Let me see. 1 second. Pull something up real quick. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta pull something up. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Oh, my bad. Let me see. Okay, so I got some questions here that I'm just gonna start off. Did some preparation work today, so I got some questions that I want to just start off by talking about. First question is, what do you think are the main reasons why some men struggle when approaching women? Like I said before, I think confidence is one of them, and I think if we can just, we can briefly pass over confidence and just really just talk about the main thing. Or another issue is that they just don't know what to say, or like they can't pick up on like the body language that a woman would give off if she's not interested. They I don't know. It's like it's I'm trying to think. Confidence, lack of confidence, not knowing what to say. I think that's very important. Like, I myself have a script that I run in my head when I see a woman, and it's a script that it could change, and it doesn't have to be the same exact thing every time. But like I always tell anybody who's going to approach a woman in public, like, just have 3 questions just like ready that you want to ask. Like, before you even walk up to approach her, have 3 questions ready to ask. And that helps the conversation flow so much better, right? Because as you ask, and these are very like like, make sure these questions are, what I call expository questions. So questions that get her to talk about herself, but don't ask like super deep questions though. But just like, a question that get her to open up a little bit, just to be able to talk to you about herself, about how she feels, what she does for work, what I'm saying, shit like that. By having those 3 questions, I'm ready. Before you even go up and talk to her, I think that you naturally, the conversation just goes a lot more smoother because there's a lot less dead time, So I just wanted to share that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little. Ooh,
what's up, brother? What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, brother. Good.
Yeah. Do you have a question or just something you want to add to the conversation?
Yeah, I'm trying to add something, bro. I kind of agree, bro. There's people, like the men's are broke, bro. That's why, bro. These men's playing games every day, They're broke. They got 9 to 5 jobs, bro. Me personally, I'm not like that, bro.
Wait, you said what?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why men's are broke, bro. Why they're broke. The reason is these men's, they play games, okay? They play games in 2024. And they live in their basement, mother basement, bro. Their parents' basement. And they think they're gonna get some, bro. That will never happen. You gotta work, bro. You gotta work every day. Bricks by bricks. You know what that mean?
So you saying that the reason why a lot of men fail to get women because they're broke?
They're broke. They got no money, brother. You gotta level up. You gotta build like bricks by bricks.
I mean, I see that being a part of it, but you could have money and still be a cornball, right?
Nah, bro. And also, I don't believe this, bro. You gotta,
What's up, Sam?
if you're trying to get women, bro, level up. Start worrying about women, bro. Get your money up. Get your everything, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think that a lot of men have their priorities messed up. They don't have, they live in a fantasy world where they think that if they have a girl, then life is just going to be so much better. But they don't realize that they have the only thing that can make their life better is themselves. Like, if you're not achieving in life, if you don't have accomplishments, like, women should be the last thing on your mind.
Yes. You're speaking facts right now, bro. And also, bro, and these people, they gotta stop thinking about women, every day, Hey, I'm trying to get this woman. But they gotta focus on getting money. You have to get that bread.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Add, bro. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you for raising me up.
Yeah,
we got we got some low men right now. We're over, bro. We're doomed, bro. Especially in the West. I have one for day.
You too, man. You too, man. You too. All right, so, yeah. So, yeah, I got some questions listed, buddy. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. This is a good question to ask. How you believe social norms? In what ways can past experiences or traumas impact a man's ability to approach women? I guess that's a question I'm gonna ask. So, I think a man's past traumas and his experiences can affect if he has, dated or entertained, I guess some people that, I guess just bad dating experiences. Like, we were talking about this last night about how you have some men who don't believe in, quote unquote, spending money on women because of things that happened in their past, and they would say to themselves, well, that girl used me for my money, or that girl hurt me, and I did X, Y, and Z for her, and she still hurt me. So now I'm not going to do this for the next woman, and that's not the way to look at it. If you yourself as a man have been hurt by a woman, and you feel as if it's changed you, I think that it's okay for you to take some time off of dating and heal from that. Because what you rather than saying that no other woman can get this side of you, this affectionate side of you, this generous side of you, just tell yourself, I need to be able to pick up on the signs and signals that this person is a gold digger early, and remove myself from that situation early. rather than finding yourself in the constant state of just blaming every woman for what one woman did to you in the past. Now, I myself have been guilty of this, where I have found myself saying that, oh yeah, I'm not going to do the most too soon, because the last time I did the most too soon, things went left. So for me, I'm as a dater now, I try to just look at everything like a blank slate. But I do have, I guess, internal mechanisms that are triggered when I see that I'm dealing with the woman who's capable of being like the women that possibly hurt me in the past. And I peep that shit early now. That's just my thing. That's how I take it. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that's what. What the hell? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. Yeah, so what do y'all think? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. In what ways can past experiences or traumas impact a man's ability to approach women? What do y'all think? Thank you for the gifts, though, by the way. Appreciate y'all. What do y'all think? Give it a second ahead. I'll just read the comment section. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I'm missing something. You expect a woman to follow the traditional gender roles. Okay, I see what you're saying. You pay for... Oh, I missed a lot. What's up, everybody? My bad. I missed a lot of stuff. I'm reading the comment section now. What's up, Be Real? I think men are starting to run away from women now. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that. But I mean... Let me see. Run away from women. I don't think men are running away as much as they are just, like, in some cases, just giving up and just saying to themselves, like, hey, look, I'm just gonna fall back and chill. Like, I know a lot of women who have told me that men don't even approach them in clubs anymore, and they approach them in, like, public settings. But I think a lot of men just have are at a point now where we just kind of, like, some of us are just tired of like falling flat on our face when it comes to, like, approaching women, dealing with women, dating women. And that's how you have what's now called the sassy man apocalypse. That's what my friend had said last night. But the idea that it's like men rather be chased now than do the chasing. I don't know. I mean, as a dude, as a man, if you could find a woman who was willing to chase you, I mean, that's I guess that's I don't have any advice to give you, but I feel as if you're still struggling with being with somebody, though you are subscribing to that type of the ideology, you might need to change your approach. Being real with you, I don't believe a woman needs to chase me per se. I mean, of course, I personally only date women who express interest. If I don't feel like you are interested in me, I'm not doing that shit, bro. You're not gonna hear from me. I don't do all of that. She's playing hard to get, or let me put in work and get that. No, like, hell no. Like, I myself believe that when it comes to a man, however you start is however you get her is how you keep her. So, like, I mean, there's a responsibility on my behalf to be consistent, to be intentional. So I feel like when it comes to the woman, though, like, she herself also, like, she can't be like, okay, like, I'm just gonna, not pay him any mind and then expect me to believe she's actually interested in getting to know me. No. I'm gonna fall back for real. Myself, for sure. So we got one person on YouTube watching. What's up? What's going on, brother? What's going on? Just for people to know, this live stream is being dual streamed on TikTok and on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, drop something in the comment section, and I'll be able to read it off. If you're on TikTok, of course, drop something in the comment section, and I'll definitely read that off as well. Let me see if I can read these comments. You constantly talk about how much body count matters. Yeah, I agree. I think if more men understood how much, like, red pill / misogynistic rhetoric turns women off, they realize that it's not, it would not behoove them to lead with that. And what I mean by that is like, listen, man, you can have the people who you get inspiration from, but understand that you can like, there's a reason why if you have a headache, you don't just let me not go that far. That analogy would have been a little hard. But yeah, it's like, if you like me personally, right? My perspective on the red pill rhetoric is that there's some good advice in there about men and self improvement, but when it comes to the dealings with women, I have a hard time believing some of those dudes really have success with women or are liked by women. I have a hard time believing that. For real, like, cause it's like when I listen to what they're saying and then I kind of like kind of absorb their advice, it doesn't resonate with me. Like, I mean, I'm somebody who I don't have a problem with getting women, bro. I don't have a problem with talking to women. I don't have a problem with thinking of a good date. I don't have a problem with any of that. And I know for sure, like, my next relationship is gonna be a long one for sure. You know what I mean? Because I've done a lot of healing. I've done a lot of work on myself. And the reason why I think it's going to be a long and a good one is because I don't got time for bullshit. I don't got time for bullshit women. I don't got time for bullshit situations. I don't got time for bullshit. So by default, like, whoever y'all do see me end up being with is somebody who is clearly like a good person, because yeah, I'm weeding people out. I'm vetting them out, because when you're healed, or you've been through healing and you got to a certain point where you're ready to date again, you should be experiencing a lot harder dating experience, because you're not going for shit no more that you would have used to go for. You're not going for it no more. That's my personal take on that. You pay for things like dinner, expecting to score. Yeah, Taylor, I agree with that. I think that any man who looks at taking a woman out on a date as a transaction for sex, dude, just take that money and go find a sex worker, bro. Like, if that's what you really want, if you think that your money guarantee you some play, go find a sex worker, dude. Like, stop making women who maybe practicing chastity, maybe just want to wait to see what your true intentions are, shit, maybe even be waiting to marriage, whatever it might be. Stop making them feel upset or bad for not wanting to sleep with you on the first night or whatever. No, like, if I want to take a woman on a date, I'm taking her out on a date because I want to get to know her in a public setting where, we can talk and get to know each other, or just have fun and enjoy the day. So yeah, I agree with that. Damn, nobody wants to come up here? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up, Justice? I see you on the YouTube channel. What's going on, Justice? Let me see. You expect women to follow traditional gender roles. Yeah, I can see that. For sure. Let me catch up, bro.
You're live on the YouTube?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube as well. I got 2 people in there.
So what's up with it?
Ain't nothing much.
No, I wanted to say, because there was someone trying to argue me in the chat about it. I firmly believe that a weak man makes a strong woman.
A weak man makes a strong. What exactly does that mean to you?
So
break it down.
So when a man is weak and at his lowest, a woman steps in and she becomes stronger, and she becomes the one that holds him down, helps him out, starts picking up the slack and shit like that. So I think, yeah, a weak man makes a strong woman. I think so, yeah, because when stuff hits the fan, who's the one holding you down? Who's the one trying to help you out and make sure y'all get through it? It's your girl holding you down, helping you out, supporting you through the whole ordeal. Let's say, so you strengthen her. A weak man has strengthened your woman. Not to say that's a bad thing or anything.
Yeah, this comment section is I don't know. It's kind of it is. Like, I'm reading through it now, because sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like not even looking at the comments. But yeah, it's just kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing for real. Let me see. Let me try to catch something. I'm looking for a good comment.
Taylor Hawk, there you go. She says, yes, Drift, we have to become the man of the relationship because they aren't holding it down. Because you're going through stuff. It's hard holding it down, doing this, doing all that, providing. It's hard, and some men probably will crumble under the pressure. But that's what you have your girl for. She's strong to hold you up, to keep you going, to motivate you, to push you through it. To hold you down. POP, hold it down.
Let me see. So, Miss Arkansas says some men get treated like a creep for approaching women. I mean, if you get treated like a creep for approaching a woman, all that means is that woman is just not right for you.
Or you just did approach like a creep.
Yeah. There's that too. Mm-hmm. There's that too. Like, but if you know, like, your approach wasn't creep like, or it's worked for most, it just didn't work this time. She's just not for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She don't like you. She's not the one for you, and that's okay. Like, I think that the mistake that most men make is thinking that they can get every girl. Any dude who thinks that he can get every girl usually has a struggle with getting women. It's just, I just know it is, because it's like, if you think you get every girl, you're getting denied a lot. Mm-hmm. That you have to be, because there's nobody who's not for everybody. I mean, there's nobody who is for everybody. There's no man who could fuck any girl he wants. Like, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, man. Like, somebody's gonna find you unattractive or unappealing. Those type of dudes, like, I just be feeling like they just be like foolish.
She brushes me wrong, I'll bite her good.
What?
That's what he said. If she brushes me wrong, I'll bite her good. Wolf emoji. See, I knew something was off as soon as I saw their profile. But I didn't even.
I'm gonna block that guy. I don't really enjoy that type of shit. What the fuck? And we're down to 32 viewers. From 33 to 32. Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. Of course, if any men have any questions, if any women want to come up here and share anything, this is the time to do so, for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Oh, shizzle my nizzle.
For shizzle my nizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I can ask some of the same questions I was asking yesterday. We can kind of get back into that. I did kind of end the live stream a little abruptly. But I guess I'll start with you, Drift. What are some ways that men can have self-sabotage themselves when talking to you or trying to get to know you?
Bringing up smacks in every other conversation. Like, if we're having a normal conversation, why would you bring up some freaky stuff? We're having the most normal conversation ever. Do not bring up something freaky. Do not. POP, put it down. Put it down. I'll say no. Just That's some self-sabotage work right there. Because you'll be having just such an amazing conversation. It's just like, oh, hey, I think you're a baddie. I want to see you in some lingerie. Like, no. Or the first impression really does leave like a lasting memory. Like, I really wish like y'all gotta work on that like first message that you send to girls. Cause like, if you say something that's like, oh, I think you're beautiful, or I think you're pretty, it's like, oh, thanks. But if you say something like iconic, or something like I've probably never heard of before, or something pretty genuine, I think I'm more likely to respond. Like, if you notice that she likes like like DC or Marvel, and then you start mentioning like, hey, I really like Marvel movies, XYZ was my favorite, that's more to elicit a response from me than saying, oh, you a baddie, with some heart eye emojis.
So I'm gonna answer one question. Khalid had asked, my question is, why some girls take time to reply back on a text like a day or two? So there's multiple reasons why, right? One, every communication style doesn't work for every person, right? So it's like, she might be responding back late because she's not a texter. She might be a phone call type person. You know what I mean? She could be a FaceTime type person. Maybe text messages is hard for her. Or not hard for her, but she just doesn't like doing it. And then also you have the fact that, we're adults. So I mean, a lot of us are really busy, so we don't get back. Sometimes we might see a text message, but we're really in the midst of something, and then hour go by, 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by. You forget that you didn't even respond to it, and that's absolutely okay. Like I think that we try to put too much, try to blame, put too much fault on people for not responding quickly. It's just ask them. I'll be straight up. I'll be like, hey, like is are you better at phone calls maybe? You know what I mean? Oh, no, well, let me not say that. I'll just be like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that you don't even got to bring it up, actually. I wouldn't even say anything about it. I would just peep it. And then maybe, the next time you do text her, just be straight to the point. Hey, can I call you later tonight at like 8 p.m.? Or, hey, can I take you out on a date on this date at this time in this location? Because maybe that's all she's really looking to see. Like, she doesn't want to do the small talk. So when she sees it, she's not compelled to respond. But I would say this, though. Definitely have if she's bad at texting, definitely have a conversation with her on a phone call or FaceTime before you actually ask out on a date, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you're just being used by somebody who doesn't really like you. And then, the third possibility is, of course, she's just not interested. And that's okay, but you as a man, you gotta be able to like at least go through it's not always just you. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's bad at texting. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's better at phone calls. Like, I would say exert all of those possibilities. And then, of course, if none of those things seem to be what the issue is, then, of course, yeah, she's just not that into you. And you should, like, stop texting her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I personally, there's some people I know who are, like, like for example, like whenever I text a woman back and she responds mad late and she was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, I always say, it's okay. Yeah, I know we're adults. We're busy. I'm not even tripping. Because I think women, they get upset when you get upset about their things that they do. When it comes to like texting and like how fast you responded, right? So it's like, I always try to be understanding, like, hey, it's okay, I get it, we're all adults, we're all busy. But then when it seems to be like a trend, and then even getting her on the phone, it's impossible, you know what I'm saying? But that's when I'm usually like, all right, bro, she's just playing games. And I just move on, keep it going, keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm. And then also make sure you know the difference between her being late response and her just being dry. I gotta know how to peep that difference.
Yeah, no, you gotta be able to peep that difference. And of course, and fellas, if you have any questions, please request and come up here. Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to read these comments. Okay, I think I caught up. Let me see. Ricky said, I've self-sabotaged by letting my issues seep into the relationship, destroying it. Yep, do not overshare. And that's why I always tell men, like, a certain level of mysteriousness is good. Don't be too mysterious. Like, don't be Mr. Batman or Spider-Man, where everything is like a fucking mystery. But like a certain like, you don't gotta be oversharing about your traumas, oversharing about your past experiences, oversharing about your past relationships. Because I think the problem is a lot of men is that they feel they start, when a woman comes off to be a compassionate woman, nice, has it's compassionate, empathetic, they start looking at her like a therapist. Oh yeah, I feel like I can just talk to you about anything. Let me talk to you about my childhood trauma. No. You are dating this woman. Don't get it fucked up, because everything you are telling her, she's taking mental notes. And you gotta realize, if she is compassionate and and considerate, a lot of guys do this to her. A lot of guys overshare when talking to her. So, she's probably had seen, and heard these things in different ways from other people, and she might start even recognizing, oh yeah, this is another one of those. You know what I mean? Another guy who has a lot of baggage. So you gotta you really have to make. It's really one of those things where you do not want to overshare, because this is not your therapist. This is somebody that you're dating. And when you do that, she is listening. She is taking mental notes. She is thinking, well, is this a type of person who I want to be with, yes or no? And like I said before, fellas, like you always gotta remember, like, this. You always, unless she, well, most women, in most cases, when you getting to know a woman, you have invisible competition. So you don't want to get written off too early, because you overshared. You know what I'm saying? Because she's probably talking to another guy too, just realistically. Let me see. GB said, "My girlfriend is my best friend, and that's why our relationship is strong." No, for sure, I respect that. Yeah, you made too much small talk, Ricky. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, bro. GB said, "I think men have to get past the wall of societal physical attraction too." Yes, I agree with that 100%. I think that me myself, I would take a 7 out of 10 over. I mean, that's good for my soul, over a 10 out of 10. That's not any day of the week. Any day of the week. I don't care how bad you are. I'm not like. You'd be surprised how many people are in toxic relationships just because them and their partner look good in pictures together. You know what I mean? Just because of that aesthetics. You'd be surprised how many people are just staying in relationships because of that reason, because their partner is attractive or whatever.
I'm gonna be 1,002% honest. The dude that I've been pursuing, when I show him to people, they're like, "Oh my goodness, like that's him." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's him. Isn't he like handsome? Like he's like the handsomest man I ever met." And they look at me like I'm crazy. Like I guess they're seeing something that I don't. But to me, that man he's a trillion, infinity out of 10. 10 out of 10. I mean, to me, because that's all I see is just I see him. But when I show him off to other people, they really do be giving me the side eye. That shows looks, men, I promise. Looks do not matter. I promise you, like even the baddest girl will slide into your DMs. If you have that personality, if you have that like factor that people are looking for, like we were talking about earlier, I want a dad bod. I don't want no little gym bro. I want a dad bod. A little volunteer firefighter going on. That's what I want.
Well, what it sounds like Jiff is saying is.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
to me, what it sounds like she's saying is everybody has their different taste. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, like, your style, who you are, might be really attractive to a woman that you would never think would be interested in you. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know Sniper Wolf. Y'all see what she dating? Sausage? About to say, all the younger people, you guys know who SS Sniper Wolf is. And you see her boyfriend. About to say, you see that? She's all over that. That is her man. That is her baby. About to say, it don't matter what you look like. Let's say, even, okay? Like, you will find your one. Let's say, don't try to focus on looks, because people really do have glow-ups. Like, they'll get into their 30s, and it's like, whoa, how to glow up even in your 30s?
Yeah, I want to read this next comment. It's Gladyless. He says, "Men don't want to learn about," or she's, I don't know, I'm sorry if I misgendered you. But it said, "Men don't want to learn about the woman. They only want to bang her." Oh, yeah, for sure. Some men out there definitely have a one-track mind. And, like, I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, if you've been talking to a guy for, like, longer than 3 months, and he doesn't know what your favorite flower is, or just something very basic, right? Because if you ask him, he just doesn't remember whatever. Yeah, there's problems there. You know, there might not be I'm not saying drop him because he doesn't do that, but just start peeping shit, right? Because it's like things that you like, things that make you happy. You know what I'm saying? He's not even like giving a fuck to know. He's not even like trying to keep it. Like, if I really like a woman for real and I'm talking to her, the things she's telling me, I'm keeping mental notes of it because I want to impress her. Things that she's telling me, if it's hard for me to remember, I'm going to go and write it down because I want to remember. Because I want this girl. I want this girl to feel as if I'm that guy. I'm the guy for her. So you could tell, like, a lack of care or interest in what you're interested in is a clear-cut sign that he's just trying to have sex. He's trying to bone. And
y'all, this is a live for dating advice to try to get woman. We're not just trying to bang and go. Reasons why you fail woman. This is literally, like Davey just moved his head. This is advice for men who want to date a woman, who want to be in a happy, healthy relationship. Not a how can I bang a woman without learning her. No, this is not that kind of live.
Yeah,
we're talking against that actually right now.
Let me see. I also think I'm reading these questions, y'all, so remind me if I'm a little too slow. I'm trying to Make sure I can read them. I think some people respond to who they want to, or maybe how interesting they may be. Okay. Let me see. My last relationship, I got my ex a copy of every Pokemon game
I saw
because she
that.
said she never got to. Oh, that's fire. That's thoughtful. See, like thoughtful shit like that. It makes a difference. And ladies, like be mindful of that shit. Like a guy who's taking mental notes and trying to like do those, things that you like and trying to, commit them to memory is usually a guy is sincere. Like he's really trying to get to know you.
Yeah, he
So,
did. He said he played every game with her too, because like she didn't get them when she was growing up in her childhood. I was like, dang, he really went the extra mile for her. Tried to say that he wasn't manly enough in the relationship. Like, bro, she didn't deserve you for real, for real. That's so fucking cute. Like especially for something like that, like growing up in your childhood, there's like a bunch of stuff that you want to do to heal your inner child. And he did that for her. Got you every single Pokemon game that your parents didn't get you. And he sat there and played them with you. Go and say he's not manly enough. That's the most heartwarming, heartfelt thing I think I've ever heard someone do. That's so cute. Literally trying to help her heal her inner child. And she gonna say he not manly enough for the relationship. Girl, get out of here. Lost a good one and she don't even know it. That's a shame.
So just the village says, and listen, y'all, if y'all ask me a question in the comment section, just give it time. Just stay here and watch. Don't ask a question and be like, oh, he's not reading my questions, I'm gonna leave. No, I'm reading each and every single one of them. I'm just 62 questions behind, or 62 comments behind. But let me see. Just the village said, what if they always respond late? If they always respond late, then I mean they could really just be busy. I'll always say, hey, can I give you a call, right? Because like when on a phone conversation, they gotta respond immediately. There's no like if they're busy, they might get back to you late, or maybe they just don't like texting. So like it's not a priority. They're just not looking at their phone all day. And
maybe you're on the wrong app. Like maybe the app that you're texting and messaging them on, they just don't use it or they don't like to go on it.
Yeah, it's like you can't tell yourself like, oh yeah, it's because she's not interested in me. That's why she's texting slow. Cause that's like kind of childish. Like we're adults. Like some people work jobs where they can't be on their phone at all. So like when they do have time, they will pick it up. And maybe when they do have that 30-minute break, they don't want to text you back. They just like, bro, I'll get back to this when I'm off work. I want to do something else. It's okay. Like it's all right. Now, if it's one of those things where like you can't get her on the phone, the text messages is slow, like then she's full of shit. And then on top of that, you yourself, like men, we have standards too. What? Like, yeah, we have standards too, and if she's not meeting your standards, man, drop her. Like, it's not always about her standards, what her turn offs or whatever, man. If you feel as if, hey, look, I've made it clear that I'm big on communication, and she's texting you back slow, and it's like, okay, hey, maybe that's not her style of communication. Can I get a phone call, FaceTime, and everything is like, oh, I don't like doing that either, man. Drop her, bro, because she's just wasting your time. She's yapping because she's waiting for you to ask her on a date. Imagine that. I have not even gotten to know you yet over like communication, like a text message or a phone call, and you want me to ask you out on a date, bro? Yeah, man, that's one that you got to watch out for. But we got somebody new to the panel. We got Waffle. What's up, Waffle? What do you want to add to the conversation?
We're good with you, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm finna put a pin in exactly what you just said. It's about approach, but it's also about being aware, right? So, like you said, if somebody is not showing interest in you, that's very obvious. Yeah. It's very obvious. If they're never trying to get on the phone, if they're never trying to respond with a text, if they're always busy and they always have something going on, because I'm not going to say all because I don't like to generalize, but more times than none, women have their phones in their hands or around them all the time. They're on their phone a lot. And I'm just speaking on this because I got a lot of sisters, I got a lot of cousins, and they told me personally, like, if I'm not texting the boy back, it's because I'm not really fucking with him like that. So you have to stop spending so much energy on people that don't want you for real. Like you said, you just got to move on. You got to move on because you burn more time. You burn a lot of money focusing on people that don't want you for real. And then you get upset when you get hurt.
Yeah, see, I'm the type, right, when like if I notice a woman is really bad at texting, but like let's say I just find ways around it. When I do get an opportunity to take her out on a date or whatever, if that phone is always in her hand, I'm turned off. I'm like, yo, so the whole time your phone stay in your hand, and you just choosing not to respond back, like, or choose to respond back hours later, like you're choosing to do it because that phone is in your hand. See me, I ain't know, I ain't gonna lie, I might get a text message and get back to it 10, 15 minutes later, you know what I'm saying, maybe 30 if I'm really busy, but like I'm not sitting here purposefully waiting hours to respond to women. Like that shit is weird to me. Like, so like if I see somebody doing that to me and I'm like, okay, cool, let me just call your phone, whatever, and then we meet up in person, whatever, and I see that phone is always in your hand, I'm gonna be a little cautious or whatever. I'm gonna be like, nah, like you're not a liar, but you know how to like stretch the truth. That makes
Almost
sense.
does. And then coming from somebody, because I'm not the greatest. I feel like I've started to do better now, but I wasn't the greatest texter at all. But something that I've looked out for, or something that I let other people know, is that a common courtesy, if somebody is busy, right, or they don't feel like talking at the moment, is that they'll let you know. So say if I'm in the middle of something, or I don't really feel like talking right now, I'll text them, hey, I'll get back with you later, or hey, I'll call you in a few. Now, to me, that's a very big difference than somebody just not saying anything for an hour and then trying to hit you up an hour and 2 hours later. That person goes out their way to let you know, hey, we can talk later, or I'm busy right now. I feel like that's a big show of concern as far as that person's time. Like if they actually want to talk to you, or if they're just talking to you whenever they feel like it.
No, facts. Hey Drift, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I gotta run upstairs real quick and get something and I'll come right back. Can you hold it down real quick?
POP, hold it down.
I appreciate you. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay, now that he's gone, coup d'etat this shit. Everybody drop a wave. Spam chat. Raid. Let's go. I'm just playing. But nah. Where did y'all leave off? Let's say I don't wanna. Do you have anything else that you wanna add?
Nah, not too much. I feel like we pretty much covered everything. I would also say approach too. What's the difference between talking when you feel like it and talking because they want to? So the reason why I say when you want to, wait, what did it say? When
Let's
you
say
feel like it and talking because they want to, when you want to. So when I say feel like it, I mean in the sense like I'm actually trying to hear you out, right? So if I'm going out of my way to go ahead and talk to you, I want to listen, I want to know about your day, I feel like that's when I actually feel like it. But if I'm just not in the mood, and it could be several reasons, I'm tired, I'm busy right now, I have a long schedule tomorrow, I think that's so much different. It's about how genuine it is. So I feel like it's genuine if, like I said earlier, if that person is going out of their way to let you know, hey, I'm busy, I'll talk to you later. Somebody who just ghosts you for 2 hours and then hits you up randomly throughout the day, to me, that shows a lack of care or overall feeling towards your time. Because if somebody actually cares and values their time, they're going to let you know, hey, don't wait around waiting for me to text back. I'm busy right now. I'll hit you up later. And if that person can't take 2 seconds or a couple of minutes to do that and send you that text to let you know, hey, they're busy right now, I feel like they don't really value your time. That's just me, though.
Oh, makes sense. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through the comments and see the questions. I'm just gonna pick up where Davey left off and look at what everybody's saying. We're friends. Aw, that's cute. If a man is sleeping with a woman without getting to know her, that's a woman's prerogative? Question mark. My person, man who sleeps with a woman, he must get to know her.
Just sporadically throughout the day. Yeah, and
Gorgeous or not, black man ain't gonna marry y'all. Brenda.
black men are marrying you.
Ma'am.
Marrying you, lady.
It's a white lady saying this.
We also hang out all the time.
Man.
Yeah, and the more comfortable you get with somebody too, because keep in mind that's your boyfriend, the less I feel like you need to text. Especially if you know you're both busy because you're gonna see each other later that day. So I feel like it's a lot different than when you've already established a relationship than when you're just getting to know somebody.
Oh, somebody said a good thing. You gotta have compatibility first, attraction second. That's smart. Yep.
Yeah. Compatibility is fine. I feel like that's kind of vague. But yeah, I think because attraction could be a compatibility thing too.
That was smart of him. Yep. He popped off with that. What to say? I got a whole fiance. I'm just curious to see what he's spitting. So far, all facts. True facts. It should be a crime to want to bang a girl when you faked your love for her. It really should. Crime. That should be like false leading under false circumstances.
I'm just, and y'all got to keep in mind too, and I'm just speaking for guys on this topic. If you want to sleep around, bro, you can do that. It's nothing wrong with that at all, because I was like that too. But I'm not a big fan of lying about it. So be upfront. Like, I'm not gonna tell a girl I love her, I want to be with her, and I really don't feel like that. That's lame to me.
Yes.
I feel like you don't really have no game if you got to do that. If she trying to mess with you, she trying to mess with you. If not, you move on, bro. But lying, people that you love them, you trying to marry them to get some ass, that's kind of crazy.
Yes, but men have to, I feel like they should be communicating that. That's why I've been saying these past couple of days. Communicating expectations should be one of the first things done, because you have to walk into that saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm trying to do. Because that way, if you do want to sleep around versus if you have a girl who isn't looking for all that, you won't be leading her on and doing all this for no reason. And everybody ends up in heartache and, well, he's this, that, she's that, and X, Y, Z to the third.
Yeah, because in that point, if she accepts it and she gets upset later on, that's on her. Because you gave her fair warning. But you telling her you love her and you trying to marry her to get some ass, I don't know. That's just lame to me.
It's very...
Are we talking about selling dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit is weird to me. I feel like when you think that the best way to get access to a woman's body is to sell her dreams, what ends up happening is you're wasting your time, your resources, your energy, because you don't want a relationship, but now you're doing relationship shit to get ass. So you got to maintain that, or at least for a certain length of time. And the problem with that is, you're not only wasting your time, you're wasting your resources, you're wasting your energy, you're wasting a lot of shit. Because best believe, there might be somebody out there who is willing just to have a hookup or something like that with you, or whatever you want, situationship, whatever. But because you decided to say, I want this relationship, now you're paying for dinners, now you're paying for gifts, now you're doing all of this shit, but you don't want to be in a relationship. It's kind of like, to me, it's ass backwards. Like, that's how I see about it, ass backwards. Yeah, you gotta manipulate. Oh yeah, 6. Oh, I see what you're saying. 6. Yeah. It's like it's like that's not how it's supposed to be, in my opinion. Like, I don't think you really need to be manipulating your way into getting some draws. Like, that shit kind of
for real. Just be upfront and tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Yeah, no, for real, for sure. Let me see something real quick. I got some more questions to ask y'all. My next question would be, let me see. Do you think self-confidence and self-esteem play a significant role in men's success when approaching women? What do y'all think?
Absolutely. I think it's one of the most important things.
It depends.
The reason I say that is because confidence is a big key, because I'm a strong believer in this. When you feel good, you're going to perform to the best of your abilities, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to waver. You're less likely to waver. You're less likely to hesitate, and you're less likely to wonder or overthink about mistakes that you might make.
Right.
So it's basically a state of mind where you're extremely focused. So if you're approaching a woman, girl, somebody you think look good, if you're nervous, you're hesitating, you stuttering a lot, you don't really know how to carry a conversation, that's going to affect if she wants to continue talking to you. Because you got to keep in mind, this is her first impression of you. First impression is everything, because she's never met you a day in your life before. A day in her life, a day in your life. So the first thing she sees when she meets you is you stuttering, you're extremely anxious, you're nervous, you can't keep a conversation, you don't really know what to talk about, then that's going to be off her. And more than likely, she's probably going to turn you down because of it.
I've heard some women say they do kind of like a shy guy. What y'all think about that? Or like a guy who's like, stutters a little bit. They kind of find it cute. To me, I say don't even be that guy, regardless if they find it cute or not, because let's believe the guy who's confident, they fucking with him too. What y'all think though?
Yeah, that's true. And I think it's shy in different levels, right? There could be some people who are shy in big groups, but when it's one-on-one, right, they're a lot more confident than they are compared to big groups or public speaking. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being shy, but I think, you want to be focused and you want to really feel good when you're approaching and you're looking to accomplish something. Like when you're trying to talk to somebody and make a good first impression, you want to be confident.
Mm.
And it's easier said than done. A lot of people say, well, how do I just be confident? It's a lot of things. You can go to the gym, improve your physical appearance, get a haircut, maybe start washing your face more, change the way you dress. It's a lot of things. But you got to look for it, If you're just content with being yourself where you are at right now, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Right. Well, I guess one question I have is, I guess for all the fellas here and the women too, like how important is it for a man to learn to understand a woman's perspective or point of view when approaching them? Like, I guess another way I can answer this question is, have you ever tried to understand a woman's perspective or point of view when approaching them? Me, I definitely do that. Like, if it's late at night and I'm at a gas station, I don't give a fuck if it was Halle Berry, bro. I'm just gonna say, hey, have a good night and keep it pushing. Like, I'm not about to shoot my shot here, because I live in a small city, so I might run into you again. I might bump into you again as possible. But personally, depending on where we're at, if it's not an appropriate place to shoot my shot, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Like dark alleys, you know what I'm saying? Like, places where it's just you and her. Maybe walking down the street. I don't know. Like that's my thing for real, personally. And that's also why I don't do any catcalling, because for me it's like, man, I don't look. There's so many lame ass men out here, bro. Like the last thing I want to do is be confused or be confused with one of them. So I'm not doing nothing or anything that's even going to align with what those guys are doing. I'm gonna come correct. And I think being aware of how her point of view might be, depending on how you approach her, is a valid way to, like, avoid rejection or avoid scaring her. Somebody said, what about when she around her friends? That's always something that I think if you make that move, I'm reading body languages. Like if all right, so because I did try this. I did try this out, like I want to say like 2 months ago, where I was at a bar. I was at a Green Turtle, and I seen a group of girls at a table, and I just can't. This is how fucking smooth I am for real, bro. Well, let me not say that, because I'm a very humble dude. But like this is what I did. I first walked past the table to get to the restroom, and I was purposely going to the restroom. I wasn't being weird. But I walked past this table with the restroom, and I was like, hey, y'all. I stopped, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say I think all of y'all just stunning, all of y'all. And they was like, oh, thank you. And I walked away, right? So that had them. And the thing about it is when I said that shit, I could see it in their minds that they were expecting more. I'm seeing it in their eyes. They were expecting more. They were expecting a conversation. I just walked away. And then later I came back, and then I was like, hey, y'all enjoying your night so far? And they were like, oh, yeah. They were so happy, you know what I'm saying, that I came back and kept talking to them. So I think for me, it just kind of like, I don't know, like I could tell by the initial approach that I would have been good here. I was like, well, let me go to the bathroom quick. And when I come back, I'll finish this off. So it's like, but when I was talking to them, I don't know, like, you could just, I don't know, like, it was just one of those experiences where I felt like, yeah, like, I mean, they were a little young. I think they probably like in their early 20s. So I was kind of like, I don't know about that, but I could tell, like, if I really wanted to, I could have got a number that night, whatever. But, my mindset, it was just kind of like, okay, so this is what happened. I was giving advice on TikTok for a while, and I was like, Davey, you need to go outside and actually see if your shit works. And I did it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's actually pretty effective. Pretty effective advice. Pretty effective. And then after that, I came back and told everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, like, so it's all about, like, when I see a group of women, I always try to say hello to all of them. You know what I'm saying? And then while trying to say hello to all of them, I can kind of see who is like looking at me the most, who is kind of like more engaged. She's usually the one that is like interested. I don't just, and this is why, if you do see a group of women and there's multiple women that you think, look attractive, this is why I personally don't just shoot my shot at one of them too soon, because the one that you do shoot your shot at, the one that you think, oh yeah, she herself might have a relationship. And fellas, I need you to understand this shit. When you shoot your shot at one of the friends, right? If she rejects you or she has a boyfriend, whatever, best believe walk away because all of them are now not interested. Because if you try to talk to another one of the girls after you clearly have shot your shot at one of them and they all know it, the other ones are going to be upset that you didn't pick her first. So it's like you have to be wise. You can't just be like, oh yeah, well, who's single then? You know what I'm saying? No, just come up there, talk to all of them, have a conversation amongst all of them, and then kind of start peeping vibes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm the type of person. I'm so slick. I'll be like, damn. So like, I mean, y'all look good for real. But what y'all boyfriends took a night off or something? Like, what's up? Oh, and then wait for somebody to say, oh, I'm single. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, so are y'all all single or like what? Like, I don't want to talk to somebody who's in a relationship. And they'd be like, well, he's, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Rather than saying, hey, I want to come up here and see who's single and who's not. Nah, just be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Be, you know what I'm saying? Be slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You said girls notice this. Girls notice what? What you talking about? What you talking about? We got somebody new with a pedal, though. We got somebody new up here. What's up, user? What you gonna share? User.
Sorry, my bad, bro. I was muted. I was watching this terrorist attack in Russia, bro, Moscow. But yeah, I was gonna say something, bro. What you're saying is 100% valid. You know, I just heard what you just said. But more time, I think women, bro, you're competing with. They already got guys you're gonna compete with. So if she doesn't desire you, she doesn't like you in the first instance, you could be 6'2", whatever. If she doesn't like you, bro, she's gonna tell you that she don't. Do you get my point? And the woman who's already in a relationship, but if she likes you, she'd be available to you. I think people make excuses thinking, oh, he's moving like a creep, this and that, because they don't like the guy. And the same guy, if he's good looking, he's got a game, he's got a riz, she'll give out the number easily. So I think it's your approach. You know how he just said? Be a bit because I think women, they already got the guard up. So you got to be very less fretful in a way that you're not coming on smoke. You're not coming like, oh, give me your number. Just be playful. Just have a normal conversation with them.
Yeah.
If she likes you, bro, she'll open up to you. She'll probably, if she thinks you got a good game, you got a good riz. This one thing I don't like, though. Women would say, a guy needs to approach me, a guy needs to be this and that. But then they would be so closed off. They won't give him benefit of the doubt. They won't, engage in a conversation. Women need to be a bit loosen up as well. Like, if they really like the guy, they just, speak to him, engage in a conversation. Don't be just, standing there like a statue, like, oh, I'm just going to, be cold-hearted person, not really speak.
No, I feel that. That's why for me, like I pick up on body language real quickly. Like, if I could tell she's not interested, I'm gonna just keep it pushing. And see, I'm the type of dude who I don't care. Like, the minute I just feel like, yo, this woman is not interested in me, I'm walking away. I'm not. Sometimes I don't even say bye. Like, mid-sentence, I just turn around and leave her alone.
This has happened to me. I was a doorman, yeah. You guys got Topgolf in America? Because I think it's American Topgolf. So in the UK, I was the head bouncer there. And I was just like, obviously having conversations with girls and stuff. These girls, I didn't ask them for the number because I was acting professional, wasn't it? But they were like leng. They were like beautiful girls. Anyways, one of them approached me. She goes, oh, my friend is asking for your number if you're single. I say, yeah, go ahead. So I give them a number and stuff. But then this is like, a lot of girls, you just got to be playful, bro. You just got to be like, make them laugh, make them happy. Even in a relationship, if you're miserable, if you're constantly putting women down, constantly telling her, oh, I'm going through this and all of that, bro, she wants to be entertained. She don't want to be acting like your therapist.
Got you.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Let me ask you a question. How do you handle rejection from women, and do you think it impacts your self-confidence?
Never. Whenever I've got rejected, I've made it in a playful way. Oh, how was it joking? Oh, yeah, my bad. Lucky guy, whoever. Because you know how they reject you? They'll be like, oh, I'm already married. I've already got a boyfriend. They might not tell you, oh, you're too ugly for me. They won't say that. Or even if they do say, be like, cool, fair enough. God created me that. I don't know. Just play around, bro. You don't need to take it to your heart. Because the thing is, there's 4 billion women, bro.
Gotcha.
There's one thing. You don't want to approach a girl, let's just say you're going college or you're going university and you see a group of girls. So women, they basically copy each other. So one girl, if she doesn't like you in a group, all of them will start copying her. Oh yeah, I don't like him either. I don't like him either. So they're very like, sheep mentality. So with guys, if there's another guy saying, oh, she's a hoe, bro, I don't fuck with her. Other guys might be like, oh, he's just jealous. Oh, let me give it a try. Let me speak to her, innit? But with girls, they're very much into like a group mentality. So what they'll do is, if one girl says, oh, I've spoken to him, he's a dickhead. Now, the word spreads around. Now, all the other girls don't like you because of that one person's experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, I'm personally under the understanding.
Perfect sense.
And
Yes.
I'm a live by this. Like, I feel like there's a certain how I want to say this. Like, I think that women don't really, well, majority of women, when they find out that you're the guy that nobody wants, they don't want to be the person that got you. You know what I mean? Like, if they find out that you're the guy that nobody wants, that shot his shot and like got denied by this person, like they start losing interest if they were interested at all. That's what I think personally. So for me, like, and that's why I'm very selective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of like, even when it comes to my approach, when it comes to women, like, if I feel like she's not interested, I keep that shit short. You know what I'm saying? I keep that shit extremely short. Like, because for me, it's like, I don't even want to be in public getting rejected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just be like, all right, bet, I can tell body language. Okay, cool, let me keep pushing. Have a nice night. Keep it moving for real. I don't want to be in public, like, looking like I'm like, yeah, what? Give me a chance. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing none of that shit.
Good looking and she's into you, she'll give it to you, like, number or digits, like, maybe Instagram, Snapchat. But you gotta understand, she's been approached by multiple guys throughout her life. So, you gotta be very different. Maybe you're coming with banter. Maybe you're coming with some humor. Maybe you've got some looks. You have to have something unique that other guys don't possess for her to like open up and give her your number. Because why are you so special that other guys are not special? And you gotta also remember one thing with the women, any girl that you're speaking to, she's already got guys on her hook, bro. She's always speaking to like 4 or 5 guys. I'm not saying in a sexual way, but she's even as a friend. So she's getting her emotional intimacy met through those guys. So you gotta be exceptional to the point where she's like, oh, I'm gonna drop all the other guys for this man. It is a peak game, bro. Back in the days, it was easier. Now, you gotta be exceptional. Some guys have financial, some guys have looks, some guys have the riz. So you gotta have something unique about you that the woman is like you're after, innit? But I had one question for the females on the panel or like in the comment section. And me being a guy, yeah, if I were to see a girl and she's been desired or she's been wanted or like she's speaking to different, like, a lot of guys want her and then she's been with a lot of guys, that is an instant turn off for me. I don't want her. Like, I might use her for body, but that's it, for sex, but that's it. But with women, they're very like selective in their nature. If they see another guy, he's been desired or wanted by other females, instantly it becomes like the guy becomes attractive to them. I don't know how. Similar thing with, a lot of rappers, they will not get a single girl out there if other girls don't like him. It's just the fame. I don't understand. So I don't know.
What's funny, user, is like, I feel like we didn't say the same thing, but we were talking about the same phenomenon. And like a lot of women don't. They don't. I don't know why. They would sit here and say like, cause when I was saying it, they were like, oh, I don't. That's bad advice. I was like, and then they were agreeing with you until you said the same thing, and I was like, cause it's like I don't. Maybe some women don't realize that they do this shit, but like the guy who like all the girls want, like like he's usually the guy that it's a reason. Like it's not like I don't know why that shit is, but like the dude that nobody wants is like it just feels as if like majority of women just go for the same guy. But like it could be a guy that I mean, I guess he's a nice person, but maybe he just always like it's like he always shoots his shot and a lot of girls have rejected him. And I feel I don't know what it is, but like I swear, like a guy that does not attract women is like he's the plague, and other women can just be like, oh no, nobody wants him. But the guy who clearly has multiple of women on him for real, they'd be like, yeah, I want to join that. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, he gets desired by so many women. Also, like I don't understand this concept. Like married men, bro. If a guy is married and he's got a ring, other women start like finding him attractive as well. I don't understand. Like so many women go for a married man as well. You know that?
Yeah, like I really
purposefully go for a married man.
Like I really don't think like I mean, maybe. I mean, this is what, only 31 people in here, so this isn't like exactly the world listening, right? But it's like the idea that, like, yo, even they were saying, oh, we don't agree, but I can tell you, like, when I've got, I'm not gonna say that, I've gotten hit on by women who knew I had a girlfriend because I had a girlfriend, because they saw how I was treating my girlfriend. It was like, whoa, like. It's like interesting, but at the end of the day, it's like me having a girlfriend should have stopped them, but they didn't care.
Yeah, you're spot on. Also, like, girls in the comments saying, "Oh, it's men." Okay, let me give you an example. Do you know, like, how many girl best mates sleep with there's two girlfriends, yeah, best friends, like, oh, she's my sister, blah, blah, blah. And that best friend will snake her into sleeping with her man. It's always happened. I've barely seen like a best guy mate sleeping with the guy's girl or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So explain that to me, that phenomenon. Like, how is your best friend, girl best friend, sleeping with your man, like behind your presence and stuff?
See,
how
bro,
does that work out?
See, bro, like we're cooking, but it's like, it's the idea that, like, exactly, like, I don't know too many of my homeboys. Like, it'd be like a one-off, maybe one every 5 years. I hear a story about one of my like another friend sleeping with another friend's girlfriend. Like, you don't normally see that shit. Niggas be, I don't know, but then you always hear about, yo, I fucked her, I fucked her friends, all types of shit, and they all friends. But it's like on the vice versa. Like, I don't know too many the same situation where, like, a nigga's hitting his girl, his man's girl, or a nigga's hitting his man's ex or something like that. Like, I don't really, like, I see it, but every time I see it, it's always some sleazeball shit that, like, it's once and every so often, and then that's it. Like, it's not like but I always hear about dudes, like, fucking with like, oh yeah, he fucked my friend, da 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 da, all types of shit.
Yeah, and women are not like, women, trust me, other women are your biggest competitors. Other women are bringing you down way more than men bringing you down. Men would literally be with you even if you're not bringing enough, if you're respecting the guy. They would still respect you and cherish you. This is what a lot of females say, oh, I rather like chill with a guy because they understand me more. There's no judgment, there's no competition there. With other females, they're always competing with each other. Even best friends, they're competing with each other. That's why you see, like, most girls, they prefer chilling with fat, ugly girls because they feel so empowered that, oh, I'm the better looking one. I'm the good looking one in the group.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of feedback on your microphone, bro. Like, a whole lot.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear now better. Yeah, I don't know. It was something, but it was really statically. So
Sorry,
we got somebody new to the panel. We got Six. What's up, Six? Oh, what's your opinion on the topic?
I don't want to stay up here long because I'm sick. You could probably hear it on my voice, but I just wanted to come up here because you guys are literally explaining, like, pretty much me and my boyfriend's situation before we started dating, because he was the guy who, like, I kind of was a little weary about, because I noticed he had a lot of he would be the guy, like, all the girls' friend zone for real, because he was the nice guy though. Like, he doesn't present like most guys. He's not afraid to be himself. He likes to sing. He likes to, he's that type of dude. But all the girls, they know he's a good guy, so they want to keep him away. I mean, keep him there as a friend. And then they'll go to him to, like, vent about their boyfriends and stuff. And but we dated, and then once we started dating, a lot of these same, like, homegirls and stuff, they'll get so mad that he's now, like, dating me, or, like, they'll try to, like, mess with him. So you guys are pretty much explaining, like, pretty much this damn, I don't know why my mom didn't plug this house phone back up. It's 2024. Y'all hear it in the background, but but yeah, so what you guys are saying is definitely facts, because I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah,
I
like,
still see it today. Like, girls they really want him for real, because they really want him.
yeah. It's like it's the that's why I thought
I
it
know,
was
I
so
don't care, Bronze Queen. It's just the observation.
right.
But
That's
I
why.
don't care.
That's why I thought it was so interesting. As we were saying this, there were, like, people in the comment section disagreeing and saying, like, that's not good advice, because it's like, maybe women don't realize they do this, but, like, yo, we see it. Like, when I was in college, there was the fucking quarterback. Mad women wanted him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but, like, there's other football players too. Like, he's not the only one going to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, it would just be the idea that it'd just be like, yo, like, because I do understand how women do have a desire to be with, like, what for lack of better terms, what they consider like the alpha male, like the big dog. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what's
Like,
crazy is I'm sorry not to cut you off because I don't want to stay on here long, but it's crazy that the those dudes they eventually grow into the dudes that like most of the women want. And that's what I've seen because we started dating like as teens when he was still like quiet and like what most girls would call corny and stuff. And he's still a cornball, don't get me wrong, but like well that's my nigga though. I love him. But he's grown into like that dude everybody want.
Yeah, but is it
And
not like does it not say with females? Do you not guys think yourself that a guy who's wanted by other girls, he's going to be less faithful because he's got multiple options? So why would you risk like going with a guy like who's got a lot of clout, who's got a lot of money, who's got a lot of good looks?
I
He's
don't know.
going to
I
cheat on
think
your ass
that's
because
something
like
a
he's
lot of
got a lot
women gotta
of
grow out
options
of.
out there already.
it's
So I don't
because
understand.
it's I guess it's just like, because like I said before, like they did, like there was people in the comment section who were saying that's not even true, but it's like, yo, like it definitely is true. Like, I'm sorry, like y'all it's like you could have a dude who has no riz, no women, like nobody on his line for real, and be like, nah, I don't want him, like he got the plague or something like that, and then choose somebody who clearly who's clearly a player, who's clearly got mad, who's even his what he's about, you know what I'm saying? It just shows like, yeah, he's the big guy on campus, the guy who got all the attention, you know what I'm saying? Like you would pick him and choose him over the guy who's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe a little nerdy, but he's, you know, a good person. You know what I mean? It's like, but if that same nerdy good person started getting, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of attention, and all of a sudden you're like, oh well, maybe he is a good guy. I've seen this shit happen. And then, you know, lady who was just
Bro,
up there,
it's just sad shit, man.
Yeah.
Like me, I've been that guy, and I've been that fuckboy like when I was younger. And the girls would, bro, they would be with me, and I'm literally scrolling on my Snapchat, like, you know, chatting up different girls, and I'm like speaking on the phone with different girls while she's in bed with me. After that, she's like, oh, and these girls are good girls, like Asian girls, not even like girls who go clubbing and stuff, like proper girls. But the thing is, these girls would say, oh, you're so annoying, but I don't know how I keep coming back to you. You're so annoying. Bro, you don't even have to like show them love and care. They'll just be with you if you just make them laugh. If you like take them out, like, you know, for experiences, that's it. Give them something different because every other guy is simping for them. You don't want to simp for a girl. You know,
Yeah.
stand your ground and like, you know, hold your stature, bro. Like tell her, look, these are my boundaries. This is what I'm about. Like, you know, if you want to be in my life, cool. And this is why she'll come in your life thinking that she'll tame you, she'll change you, but she won't be able to change you. And this is what derives the curiosity and mystery. Oh, why can't I change him? Why is he like this? Why is he different? Blah, blah, blah. And that keeps her motivated and like, you know, into you.
Right. So we got 3 new people on the panel. I'm gonna let the villain go first, Coach Cuts, and then my name. What do you want to add to the conversation, villain?
Just want to add that I think you're right about one thing that I don't think some women realize that they do that. You do, but you might not realize that you do it because you ain't. No one's actually thinking about that though. I don't think women actually thinking about the fact that some of them simply try to go after a dude once they know he has a girlfriend. And from my experience, I'ma just say from what I've seen, I think I can tell you why. I think it's because some of those women are upset that they might have been rejected by that man, but then they wondering what did she see? What did he see in her? Because there was a girl that I knew at school that she wanted this one dude so many times, but he did not want anything to do with her at all. And then once he got with another girl, she got so upset. Because in her mind, well, like, what do he see in her? So she tried to target him, thinking that she can take him from her. But it never worked. But she failed every time. So I think like maybe other women probably think that he has something to offer. I guess they think because there's so many women that means he has something, when really a guy can be a bum and still attract so many women. He don't have to have money to attract women. All he got to do is just have the looks, and then that'll just pull them on right in and there. So once they fall for the okie dokie, then they all get upset.
Right. And when you think about it, right, when and for those people who were saying earlier, oh, that's not true. Think about this shit, right? Because like I said before, you might not realize this shit. When a man posts his girlfriend on social media, you can see her face, everything. He might not put the ad, but he's posting her whole body, face included. Women, they gonna post the nigga elbow. They gonna post his pinky. They go post his hands at the dinner table for a reason, but you can't see his face because they know that if they post that boyfriend too soon, it's gonna be a lot of women trying to get with them. Why? Because when women see that a dude is attracted to, is attractive to another woman, I guess his like attraction goes higher. Because it's like, I mean, when you think about it, it's like it's truth. You know, like it's not. It may not be like the exact like thing somebody wants to hear, but I've noticed this that like sometimes I'll be with a girlfriend and I'll still be getting people trying to talk to me and shoot their shot at me and like you know my girlfriend, bro, but they don't care. In their mind, it's just like, well, you must be a good guy because you're with somebody and a lot of girls like you, so it's da da da. So like, hey, but we got somebody new, Coach Cuss. What do you want to add to the conversation? Coach Cuts, you there? You on mute? Okay. Cece, what's up, Cece? What do you want to add to the convo?
Hey, I'm low-key kind of sick, so I probably won't be on here for long either. But I just wanted to say that I used to, like, a lot of girls used to be that way, but I think it's because it stems from high school. I think when you have, like, the top football player, top basketball player, or whatever, like, when that dude is, like, interested in you, as a girl, if you're not already popular, that does give you like a little boost. Like, oh, like now you're part of the football girls. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it is a tier. It's like tears. So it makes you feel like, oh, if that dude likes me, I'm on his level. Like, does that make sense?
Right.
But it's toxic. It's not good. Me personally, I don't know. I just never really, I don't really connect with those type of guys. Like, I just never did. I was a huge nerd, so like it was never going to work for me. So like it just never worked because like we're not gonna relate at all, like at all. So it's like for me, I don't necessarily go for that guy, but it's because I've already been with that guy, and I already know, like, bro, like this is not going to go well. And those types of guys usually are extremely arrogant. They don't know how to treat women. They, you as the girl are going to be doing way more work in the relationship when you're with a guy like that. And I feel like, no, a relationship's supposed to be even. Like, you're not supposed to be dating someone and then like the person's just like sitting back, like, feed me, clothe me, bathe. I'm like, no, like this is a lot. But that's all I have to say.
Okay, I'm gonna open the panel up for a general discussion. So go ahead. If anybody has anything want to say, they can go ahead and say it now.
Yeah. She's a bit right. But thing is, look, I keep coming back to the same point. Like, be with a person who's within your league, within your caliber. Like, a lot of girls, like, they've got this self-inflated ego that, oh, I deserve the top guy. Yeah, but so does every other girl. What's so special about you? How are you going to be useful in his life, And if all you're bringing is just attitude and sex, then he's going to use you for sex. And I think people treat other people with how they perceive them. So 9 out of 10 times a guy is good looking, but he's a bum. He's got nothing going on in his life. This woman probably think, oh, he's the top guy. Like, he's the top dog. I want him. I'll do X, Y, Z for him. And then other girls who might got something going on for them, they might be, good looking as well. They probably think of him guys that, oh, he's a waste man. Like, he's got nothing going on in his life. He's a bum. So I think people treat you the way they perceive you. And you just got to be kind for women out there. Be with a guy who's kind, respectful, and who's got a good conversation. Because at the end of the day, sex runs out, your holidays run out, your money runs out. Everything is just temporary except the conversations. Conversation lasts longer. So when you're old and fragile, you want to be with someone who's kind, who's like, who's respectful towards you. And that's it. With men, be with a woman who's not 10 out of 10 baddie. No, you don't want to be with that woman. Be with a woman who's useful to you in your life, who's respecting you, who's obedient and submissive towards you. But you got to respect the authority she gives you, bro. Like,
For real, like I was saying this shit earlier that I'd happily pick a 7 out of 10, respectfully, right? I'm not trying to sound crazy, but a 7 out of 10 who's good for my soul than a 10 out of 10 who's terrible for me just because she looks good. Like, I think that's kind of like weak man type of mentality that, oh, because she's a baddie, I'm just gonna deal with all her bullshit. Like, yeah, right, not me.
Bro,
But I bet you
also
up.
you gotta realize, let these girls know, get this in your head. Kim Kardashian, all the celebrities you look up to, Kylie, like, you know, Kylie Jenner, bro, even these girls can't hold a guy down. If they can't hold it, like, what makes you think you're gonna hold a guy down because he's the top dog? You can't. So there's always I think if you're not getting, there's always a replacement out there, if that makes sense. And men, there's less men who are successful, good looking out there than plenty of good looking women out there. So you gotta bring in more than just your looks and sex. You gotta be useful in his life for him to, like, you know, think of you as, oh, I can't replace this girl, she's this and that. But yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I don't think Kim Kardashian or Kylie even trying to keep a man. I don't think they're trying to keep one because, you know, everybody knows that rich people, they live in a totally different reality from the average person and a broke person as well. They don't live in the same reality as us. And I think the reason why those rich women don't even care to keep a man because they know with all that money, they can just easily find one. They can just always go get one with that type of money. They don't have to try to keep a man. Their men will flock to them. They can easily just get a man versus the average woman. She might have a hard time compared to the rich woman. And it's understandable because one has more resources. One has everything that people would love, which is money, including the women, including like Chris Brown and men like that. He has options that the average man don't have. And it's because he has money. He got this lifestyle that most women will want, if not all. And since we're talking about women, you know, saying who basically sleep with their friends, man, you discussed that too, right? What do you think about mothers who sleep with their daughters, man? What do you think about that? Or anybody else?
That sounds like some fucking trash with people.
Bro, that's actually a thing.
So
Mothers start competing with the daughters as well. I've noticed that, bro.
What the fuck?
It's sick.
what's good, Davey?
What's up, bro?
What's good with you, Davey? How you doing? What's going on,
I'm good,
everybody
bro.
on
I'm
the
good.
panel?
I'm good.
Be- Before y'all crack the window to that next conversation right there, because that is a very good question, Mama, where you asked about mothers, you know, dating they daughter, man, and whatnot. But I want to tap on something that bro was just talking about. You know, ladies talk to a man with good conversation and so forth, right? Okay, so I'm about to drop a jewel to y'all and the fellas. You got to be mindful of that. You have to be very mindful because some of us brothers, we bring a very high level of intellectuality to
He's
Damn,
breaking up.
it's hard to hear you, bro. It's hard to hear
your
you.
best is wonderful for me.
Yeah, you breaking up, bro. You breaking up. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
his shit is lagging, to be fair.
Better.
Maybe. I mean, you can go ahead and try to say something. We're
Yeah,
listening.
a little bit better. It's raining. It's raining down here in Florida, so that's probably why.
Yeah, we're listening though. You can go ahead. We'll let you know. But so far, so good.
Okay, all right. So with the conversation thing, fellas and ladies got to be mindful because a lot of times, if a person don't see you, they see all the qualities in you, like you're a good person, you're nice, this and the third, but they don't see it to the extent where they can be in an intimate, progressing relationship with you. Do not give them people access to that trait that they really like because a lot of times people will call you and just want to, because the person that they're sexually active with or they go out on a date with, they don't give them that element of conversation or mental, you know, things like that. A lot of times people will keep you around just because you're good to talk to. You know, you might be a good person to hang out with, you fun, you got good energy. You got to be mindful of those things. Like, for real. And as a guy, like, the majority of the women out here that I have met, my attraction goes out the window probably after the second phone call because you see where a person's intellect stands at. After that first initial phone call, if the conversation can't be continuous, it's kind of dull, you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. Anybody want to add anything to it?
I mean, he's spot on, you know, he's right. And then you see it like across the globe as well, like most young people, college educated or whatever, all they know is, bro, like just vaping their mouth and like twerking. Bro, you can't hold them down. Like, you can't speak to them about politics, your religion, or any topic in the world out there. You can't speak to them about, or who created America. They lack basic conversational skills. Like they can't hold, like they can have like intellectual conversation out there. Also, I think it depends like social class as well. What social class you're going and dating and stuff like.
there are women like that who are like Candace Owen. I really love her. Like, you know, I love her to bits. She's very informative. Like, she's very knowledgeable as well. But there are women out there like who can't even form a sentence properly without saying like 50 times. So yeah.
All right, real quick. I got something I want to ask the panel. So I know that this is a conversation about reasons why people feel like getting women, but also some people feel like keeping them too. So my question would be is, how do you handle communication and conflict? How do you handle communication and conflict resolution in relationships? For me, I think that my conflict resolution skills are 9 out of 10. But I mean, at the same time, though, to be more like just real, when I peep a woman say something to me, and let's say this is the first time it's ever happened, that kind of like threw me off, was offensive, I just call it out. And I just say, hey, look, these aren't the type of conversations or insults or name calling. I don't think that's conducive for a healthy relationship. So I'll just please ask that, you know, you just stop doing that. And it usually works, or at least it works. But then, you know, I call that a boundary too. So it'd be like, if I have to say that shit 3 times in a row or 3 times, then I'm usually like, yeah, you're not the one for me. Bye. I'm out of here. But I think it's important that, you know, if a woman is yelling and insulting me, bro, like at least early phases, whatever, I'm not saying shit back. I'm not insulting you back. I'm not saying nothing, because a lot of men make the mistake of saying, a woman would say something to you crazy, you say something to her back, and then now you're the one apologizing. You know what I'm saying? But she was the one who started it, though. But now you're apologizing because you said something back that's crazy. And I think that for me, I've just learned that, like, hey, look, man, like, it's better off for me to be the bigger person, at least in the beginning, and just set like a mental boundary. Be like, okay, yeah, if she keeps on doing this shit, she's toxic, and I'm just gonna leave her alone, rather than stooping down to her level, or for the woman stooping down to his level. I'm trying to be, you know, partial. And like going back and forth, because an eye for an eye, and then we're both blind. So like, I don't need to insult you back. All I can say is like, hey, look, I don't think insults or you know, this form of communicating is healthy for a good relationship. And I can't be around somebody who does this. So I just ask that you just stop doing that, set a quick boundary. And then, you know, I learned that, as I got older, as a man, it feels so good to be in the right when she got to apologize, because it's like, it feels good because it's like, damn, I ain't do nothing wrong. All I did was just tell her, like, yeah, I ain't fucking with that. Versus, you know, she said something bad and then you said something bad and now she's not texting you back anymore. And you just like, yo, my bad, I'm sorry, And she just like, well, you threw me off with what you said. And she's not even talking about what she said anymore. It's about what you did. So what do y'all think?
Someone else go first, innit?
I agree.
What do you think about my question though? About mothers who have sex with their own
Wait,
daughter?
let's stay on topic though. We can. I don't even know where to go with that, but let's just talk about conflict resolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, me personally, I think you won't be able to get 10 out of 10 from anyone, bro. A woman claiming that I want this from a guy, she won't get 100% off him. And a guy claiming that I want this from a woman, he won't get 100% off that woman either. So you have to compromise on certain flaws that she might do, but you have to overlook it because of the good that she brings to the table. So you need to outweigh, like, you know, if there's more good, I'll compromise on this bad quality that she's got. Because no one's perfect at the end of the day. But the thing is, you know how you mentioned that eye to eye, that was a perfect example. Also, just be polite, bro. Just don't be aggressive or agitated all the time. Like, you know, if you want to resolve something, be polite and stuff, like, you know. And you can set up, like, you know, before you get into the relationship, set up the big boundaries. These are the big boundaries. I wouldn't like it if you crossed it. So I think that'd be the perfect way going forward with it. But more time people get into relationships with people that they might be infatuated with, but there's other elements they don't like nothing about that person except certain qualities that we deem that, oh, that person's perfect. So it's pros and cons, like, you know, you got to balance it out. Like, if she's bringing more good than the bad, then keep her and then try to like train her or like educate her. Look, this is not the way it is. And then you have to be able to take the criticism as well. Like, if she's telling you, look, this is what you do that I don't like, you have to change your ways, bro. Do you get my point?
Yeah. Especially if it comes from a good place. Like certain things are like, I know a lot of women, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say. You're not. But certain relationships, certain women, they build men up for somebody else. Like they would teach the man about being emotionally intelligent, all type of shit, and then things don't work out, and now he's a perfect man for somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know because I've done it. I know because I've done it.
So my my
I would
my
be
my,
I would
my
be real. I wouldn't be this person if it wasn't for my ex. I wouldn't be so emotionally intelligent if it wasn't for her.
see, but you gotta look at it like this, bro, right? Okay, so I'm 40, and it took me, and I'm being genuinely honest. I've always been a very mature dude, like calm nature. I don't, you know, nobody else's actions is gonna dictate how I respond. I've always been like that. But to say, it took me about 30, right till I about 38, to be able to become uh, mature all the way around the board to be able to sustain a successful relationship, right?
Right.
I think I don't want to say people, women or men, building a person up for another relationship. It's all in God's timing. So respectfully, I walk with God, so I'm not imposing this on nobody. But how I approach things, I've had to as a man get my temperament and things like that, and work on being patient. Uh, the all conflicts are gonna be different depending on the woman that you're talking to or you're with. All women are very different, right? But the one thing I have always learned and stuck to as a man when it comes to conflict resolution, I'm very strong at listening. I won't interject. I won't say, yeah, you right. I will let her run on for 30 minutes until she gets to the point. So you just gonna sit there and not say nothing? That's my time to speak. No, I'm really waiting for you to finish because obviously what you need me to hear, I need to listen. That is my go-to for conflict resolution. Even with if I got a misunderstanding with a guy, right? I'm a barber, a fitness trainer, and a life coach. So I work with people, and one of the things I had to work on was patience. And in a relationship as a man, when you're talking to, listening to a woman, involving yourself, you have to listen to her. You know what I'm saying? Even if she's kind of irate, I don't go for disrespect. I don't play that at all. You can be mad, you whatever, but you're gonna express to me how you feel without disrespecting me. I'm gonna sit right here and be quiet. And I don't think a lot of men are very strong at that trait. What they call it, active listening, without interjecting.
Mm. Cool.
I think that's really
Because you think about it, the average most women they're gonna tell you exactly what the problem is, why she's mad right now, or why she's been mad the last week. Or you want to know why I've been doing this? You just got to listen. And as opposed to not cheating, crazy Zoe King, she's man, wow. But as opposed to getting in your emotions or becoming upset or even aggravated by anything she's saying, as a man, what do we naturally always look to do? Come up with a solution. So it shouldn't be no different when you're dealing with a woman or someone that you're intimate with. Let's say it like that. Because the tables change when sex has been implemented into the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be disciplined enough as a man to be able to hold that. Yo, who you talking to? Like, nah, you gotta be able to let her get that out because she's still soft, and that's just a woman. You feel me? If that makes sense to anybody.
Hey, look, I'm about to drop bomb, right? But before I drop this bomb, does anybody have anything more to say about conflict resolution?
Hold on. But to say, I just wanted to quickly say for conflict revolution, I would rate myself. I'll be 1,010% honest. When I'm clocked in for 10 out of 10, outside of work, like an 8 out of 10, because where I work, we are literally trained in physical and verbal conflict resolution. Like we're trained, and the stuff that we learn in work, I actually touch myself into like my everyday life when I do have to deal with conflict. And I feel like learning how to deal with conflict is just so important in a relationship and in your everyday life, because you can get into conflict with your girl, your man, your mom, your dad, your boss, and how you react to the conflict is just so important and will impact you in such big ways.
Yeah, I always say life is 1% what happens to you, 99% of how you respond. You know what I mean? So this is the bomb though, right? A lot of men, they say, I've heard this shit all the time, but well, I took it on a date, I took it on 3 dates, and I still didn't get any sex. That's a problem. Or they might even try to justify it and be like, well, if I'm paying for dates, how come she's not sleeping with me? Or she's making me wait? I don't want to wait. I think if these men, right, who I'm just going to assume are, looking for love, but need sex, right? They view sex as a need, but they look at love as a want. Or maybe they look at love as both a want and a need, but sex is more so just like a need to them, whatever. So that's why they think like this. Or why isn't she having sex with me yet? If they understood how much sex changes things, how a woman who is looking for love, and a man, once she has sex with that man, how things become blurry, right? It's like certain things that she would easily been like, oh yeah, this is a red flag. Nope, I'm good. Now because, I'm saying, pause, but the dick's so good. In her mind, she's like, well, I can overlook this, or I can overlook that. If they understood why that was, then they would understand why a lot of women want to wait. I think a lot of men are trying to figure out, well, if she likes me, why is she waiting? It's because sex changes things. Once you have sex, and all of a sudden, like, certain things aren't a problem because the sex is great, but like the dude's trash. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like sex changes things? Like once you kind of cross that line, like emotions are involved, things change up, or do you feel like it's not that deep?
No, it absolutely does change things. Not only that, I feel like I've noticed that's why it's really smart for a girl to wait, because the dude somewhere about the way he's like pursuing you and courting you is going to change after it is almost 99.9% guaranteed something will change. It's like if he's taking you on a bunch of dates, he's always wanting to see you, yada yada yada. Once you start doing that, then all of a sudden it's Netflix and chill. All of a sudden it's, oh yeah, we could just, why do I need to take you out on dates? Like, aren't we like, you know what I'm saying? Like, aren't we chilling now? Like, what do you mean we're chilling now? But like, yeah.
Definitely right, but I think it depends, where you look at it. Like, because the thing is, this is why in most religions or cultures, sex was like a very big thing, and it came after marriage, because marriage comes with responsibilities. But if you make it seem like sex is so easily accessible, when you make it so accessible easily before marriage or in like a committed relationship, guess what? Now it doesn't hold that value anymore. So, most guys, and I'm telling you girls, most guys want to get into your pants. Well, they do a friendly way, they do it like a relationship way, they do like a marriage way, but they want to get to that thing, which is sex at the end of the day, for a guy. For women as well, but women, they want other things as well with sex, experiences, like going out and stuff. So the thing is, so when a woman, this is why most women after having like sleeping with a guy, they'll say, oh, I feel used. He just used me for my body. Yeah, because that is the only thing you offered. You didn't offer anything else, utility or anything. And the guy, once he gets it, he stops seeing you in that regard that, oh, she's the high value in my eyes. Like, oh, I've been there, done that. Like, I know what she's like. I don't want to be with her no more. So yeah, you're right. I think disrespect start coming in, after you guys sleep with each other. Now there's disrespect. Yeah. Now there's a lot of things that didn't exist before sex. So
yeah, and I'm telling you, I used to be the type of guy who used to fight it. I'd be like, what do you mean things change? Da, 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 da. But then I was like, nah, man, it does. Because once you because like the curiosity I think it inspires the creativity when it comes to like the beginning stages. Like, oh damn, I want to see her. You know what I mean? I want to take her out on a date. I want to get comfortable with me to be comfortable enough to have sex though. So once you get it, it's kind of like, damn, what's the point in like doing the elaborate dates anymore?
Exactly.
I done got what I wanted. You know what I mean?
And it keeps the spark.
Yeah, it keeps the spark, So it's like, I do think that there's a way to like, I think that a woman practicing chastity when it comes to dating, it does kind of give a sign to her that if he really wanted me, the sex really wouldn't be the only thing on his mind, because he would want to do these things just so he can have these experiences with me, not do these things just to get me comfortable to have sex with him. And trust me, you might be the guy who would be like, no, sex will never change me. I like you. But majority of men definitely, once they hit it, well, wow, I'm about to wild out. I say there are men out there. I'm not gonna say majority, but there are men out there who, once they hit it, they tend to like fall back a little bit. But we got somebody new up here. We got Stella. Stella, what do you want to add to the conversation?
I wanted to say that people change for who they want. So I always say, like, you could be an amazing person, and if a person doesn't, if that's not who they want, then there's nothing you can do to change their mind. But I do feel like sex changes things, because in some cases, is that sometimes sex can keep you with be what is it called, trauma bonded to the person, and I feel like sometimes if you are not connected to the right person, it can affect your mental state. When you are with the wrong person, they become a liability. It's like you can't even think right, act right. Sometimes you may not even like who you are as a person, because the person isn't right for you. And so many times it shouldn't just be physical looks that you're attracted to. It's like, do they emotionally stimulate you? I mean, as the older I am, I'm 39. So the older I am, I start to look at more so like, does this person emotionally make me feel safe? Like, can I be around them when I'm vulnerable? Like, you don't really know someone until like you have a baby with them, until like they're broke, they don't got no money, like when they're triggered, when the waiter gives them the wrong plate of food, are they going to snap at them? Or if someone cuts them off, do you feel like you got to hang on to dear life? Like, you're like, I'm not trying to make Jesus anytime soon. Like, kind of deal. And so it's really important that you really get to know the person, so that you don't just fall in love with who they are in the beginning.
For the ladies, do y'all feel like sometimes like having sex too soon with a man, it kind of blurs like your vision a little bit, where like red flags that you would have clearly seen if you ain't give him no cheeks yet, now that you're giving them cheeks, and let's say the sex was great, you're more willing to overlook it because there's like an emotional connection or a physical connection, better yet? What do y'all think?
I feel like yes, and sometimes if you do love that person, sometimes like sex maybe not necessarily be the thing. It could be like love in general. Sex could just be a part of it. But I don't know. I feel like it really depends on the person. It really depends on like how things are going. I don't know, but I do feel like yes, like it absolutely does change it though.
Somebody saying change the guest layout. Is something wrong with it? Am I tripping? Oh, y'all can't read the prompt?
I think they mean because there's not two more people or something. I don't know.
Y'all can't read the prompt?
They can. We can absolutely read it. It's fine, bro.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say is that sometimes let's just say you're not attracted to that person. And a person that gets emotionally attached too quickly, casual sex is not for them. Even if it's the wrong partner, because a lot of times sometimes people get emotionally invested. And even though they're the wrong partner, sex can change things for that person.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's true. It's true. Like, I mean, I do think that, you know, I had noticed that, you know, certain things that even for fellas too, even for dudes, like I said before, like the power to pee is real. Pee got power. So like even for some dudes, it's like, yo, you got a toxic woman on your hands, but the sex is fire, and then you still dealing with that shit. Hence why a lot of guys say some of the craziest shorties got the best pussy, because it's like in their mind they know, like, man, you are overlooking clear red flags, clear character flaws because the sex is great. Yeah, bro, like you're fucking up. Fucking up for real. And me at my age, I can't afford a baby by mistake with a woman that like is just, toxic, which is why like I try to, I don't mind practicing chastity. I don't mind like waiting myself. I really don't. It's not like one of those things where I feel like the first night if we don't have sex, then I'm a W, keep it pushing. Like like I don't know, like I may wait, a little while for us to be exclusively dating for that reason. And what I mean by that is like if I'm dating somebody and they're choosing to wait out, I might wait a little while to date them exclusively because it's like, all right, well, I feel like the urge to maybe not say that, but like I feel as if like maybe if we still kept our options open in the earlier stages, that waiting game would be a lot easier versus me saying, okay, yeah, let's date each other exclusively, and now I'm just like just like, damn, you feel me, like I do have sexual needs that aren't being met, and it's not your responsibility to meet them, but it's like you're the only person that I'm dating right now. So it's like, damn. So I might even be like, okay, hey, as I'm getting to know you, let's just still talk to other people. And then when you feel comfortable enough to say, hey, look, I want you to be the only guy, then maybe we can talk about that once you feel comfortable enough. See, I mean, if this is what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're waiting until marriage, something like that, of course it's a little different. But like if you're just somebody who's just waiting for the right moment, then I probably would be like, okay, well, let's just date then. We don't gotta date exclusively. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. What do you think about that?
Okay, so you date exclusively, okay, right? How are you going to take each person serious? I mean, sorry, if you're not dating exclusively, how are you going to really understand each person? Because that's a lot of conversations to have if you're talking to 3 to 5 people or 7. That's like mess around, all of a sudden you say the wrong person's name. If you're talking to, let's just say Shaniqua, Shantae, and then Sarah, and then Bianca, whatever the case is, I'm just different names. And so how are you going to find out exactly which one is the right woman for you? Because because I mean, I don't believe in dating multiple people just because of the fact that it's like that's time that you cannot get back. So you're going to be all interested in all 4 or 5 or 7. And so, and then also when it comes down to like relationships itself, like you're going on each date, that's an investment. You're paying money each date to spend time with this person.
Yeah.
Right? That's a lot especially if each meal is $50 on an average, right? So like if you go on 4 dates at $50 on an average, that's $200. Okay.
yeah. I think for me, right, because I have in my life talked to just one person and focused on that one person and just made it exclusive. But then there's been times where I have was talking to multiple people and it was kind of like, who I felt the vibe best with. And then that's the person who I'll eventually be with. I think for me, it's just more so like the idea of talking to multiple people sounds good. But like, I mean, I'm not sleeping with multiple people, don't get me wrong, but it's like the idea of like, okay, hey, let me talk to this person, and see who I get the best vibe with. And then also like when in the talking phase, right? I do think putting all your eggs in one basket, it may lead to failure. Don't get me wrong. Like if you meet somebody in the talking phase and it's just like an instant thing, that might feel better to be like, okay, yeah, I don't really want to talk to anybody else. But I feel as if when you talk to multiple people, sometimes you do meet somebody that makes you want to cut everybody else off. So like I think even then you do have a feeling of, this is my person, or maybe this is my person for the next couple of seasons, or whatever it might be, whatever you're into. But like I think it does feel a lot more like the right decision when you cut other people off because of how much you feel like you and this person are connected. Because like, I mean, the illusion of options is real, but when you start off with options and then it hits you that, hey man, I'm literally talking to multiple people, but I only want to talk to this person, then I think it does start to feel more so like, yeah, this just might be my person. That's just how I personally feel about it. You know, it all depends on what you're into. Because I've done both. I've done the talk to one person at a time. I've done the multiple people. So go ahead.
But Davey, do you not think this is an issue with me back in the days as well? Like, I'm 27, I'm not even that old. But the thing is, when I was younger and at college, university and stuff, and even in, like, you know, after that, like, I was sleeping with different girls, bro, and they were just too easy. But the thing is, what happens is how it damages men. I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoyed, like, getting the girl into bed, like, you know, having sex with her, like, you know, oh, the chase, the talking, like, you know, the rizzing of the girl and stuff. That was more enjoyable for me than actually having the sex, which was not that pleasurable. So this is the thing, like, men and women both, we're so much into, like, our dopamine receptors are so much go far above and beyond that nothing which is nice, nothing which is content, nothing which is comfortable appeases her. So we want the challenge. We want to, like, you know, get that top guy, get the, like, top 10 baddie that other people don't have or don't have access to. So normal people that like us, we don't really, like, you know, see past the thing of, like, desirability and stuff. And I would just say one thing that, you know, you just meet someone and that person is easygoing, not materialistic, and they got genuine, like, you know, they got good heart and stuff, good morals. Be with that person. You chasing person with that different people. If you're speaking to different people, it's the same as, like, you know, take a little child to a candy store. And this is why women are so confused nowadays, because they have so many options. They have 1,000 guys DMing them, and some of them are good looking, some of them got money, so they don't know which one to go out with because there's too many options. And same thing with men. They see so many beautiful girls on Instagram, Tinder, all these dating profiles, and then when they get a good girl, they don't know, oh, if she's the only good girl out there, oh, let me just go see what was the grass, the green on the other side. It doesn't exist, because if we're all chasing multiple people at the same time, guess what? We're not going anywhere. So I would just say, yeah.
I think for me, it's like, there's no one right answer, right? Like, I really don't think that when it comes to dating multiple people or just focusing on one person from the get-go, there's no one right answer. I think it's what you feel like your heart needs at the time of your life. So if you feel like your heart needs to just focus on one person and, you know, you don't want to play the eliminate game, I mean, 100% do that. Like, I would never tell you, well, you should keep your options open. But if you feel as if, like, you find yourself like doing that and it's just not working, maybe, you know, have multiple people online. But for me personally, as a man, like, I am like, I know, like, I said this shit before, that you do got to be a little toxic. I personally, if I'm moving in that direction of, like, dating multiple people, I don't like letting the woman know I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Just because I know how that could turn somebody off. Like, I mean, that would turn me off. Knowing that you're dating multiple guys, I mean, I'm gonna assume it, but for you to say it out loud, I'll be like, yeah, I'm kind of turned off. So I just think it's something for yourself to keep to do, but I don't think you should just be outwardly saying, like, I'm there. Hey, I'm talking to other guys, you know, I'm dating other guys, you know, I'm dating other girls, you know, like, nah, that shit's a turn off for me.
You know why? You know what?
You think
Why
you should
most
tell them the
guys
truth
get
or
successful,
should you lie?
like, if they're dating multiple girls.
Hold on,
and girl
one
doesn't
second,
mind?
one second. One second. And please, when I say a little toxic, I mean, I don't mean, like, extremely toxic, but doing it every so often. But I was just kind of saying that, like, yeah, I mean, I'm a man, and, you know, I have my ways, but I feel like everybody got some things that maybe just be like 1% toxic, but 99% real. But I do want to say this, though. If you've been enjoying this conversation so far, please continue to tap the screen. Thank you for getting me to 7.2K likes. I appreciate y'all. Please hit that follow button so when I go live about topics such as these and others, you are made aware. Also, I want to say this as well. If you are enjoying this conversation on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button. But I'm gonna let Juwan Speaks go. Go ahead, Juwan.
I was just trying to clarify. You said you wouldn't, like, outwardly say, "Oh, I'm dating more than one girl" or whatever. But what if, like, a chick that you've been seeing for a while, what if she asks you, "Are you seeing other women?" Would you lie to her and say no to, like, keep her happy, to keep your other hoes? Or would you be honest and be like, yes, I'm talking to other women, and, like, live with her results so that will happen if she leaves or not?